Welcome back to Cool Clubs Reviews. Today we're going to look at the Taylormade P770. Mark, you have it in hand. What's your like?
This is a great one, actually. Kind of a cross between, it's not a blade by any means, but it's a pretty slim profile and stuff. It's got a relatively thin top line, not a real wide sole. So this is basically a better player's club. So I actually had a set of the old ones of these, but when I saw this new version, I definitely thought everything that I kind of didn't like at all, some small details here and there they fixed in this model. So this one looks great.
So this is the 2023 model.
Right.
It is, so, in the range, this is their kind of players. It really is a player's model, I guess.
Yes.
It's not, the P790, and it's not the P790 Ti. It's much, much smaller than that, but it's definitely not that MC model that they've got.
No, there's a completely difference. I mean, it's probably at least 15 yards longer than the forged stuff they carry. So
this has got pure technology, right? It's a hollow body construction. You can see on the bottom there, it's got the sole, the channel in the sole.
It's got the channel on the bottom there too,
and the toe port where they inject it, right?
Yep.
Okay, so let's take a look at the numbers and see what's going on here. I think we should probably start with the graph here on the left hand side. This is the game improvement measure. I mean, it's not a standout from a game improvement, and it's it's not a detriment necessarily, but it just puts it in a different player's category, right?
Yeah, well, it's not super forgiving, right? So it's 158 yards, so it gets hurt a little bit on the distance because it's not super long. But it's not really designed for that. If you look at the tour rating, it's 4.6, so it's kind of right between those two, and it's really good, pretty good at both, but definitely leaning towards the better player.
So we're going down the players row here. Spin launch 245, so it's right in the middle there. Expecting to see a bit of spin. Stopping power, pretty good. Not in the fours, but again, it's not the. You know what? Actually, loft is there. 33 degrees loft, so it's kind of almost traditional. Today's traditional.
Yeah.
3.9 stopping power. But then if we go over to this other chart, we look at the tour test. It got the higher performance here, and you can see that the grouping's much tighter.
Yeah. Of the tour players clubs we tested and stuff, this isn't the highest rated because it's not a blade by any means, but it's fantastic as far as the distance you get out of it versus how consistent it is around the center.
And we had Grant Horvath out the other day.
Yeah, he liked them a lot. Yeah, and he had played some Mizunos for a while. He's on the Taylormade staff now, and liked the Taylormade irons. The forged ones and stuff, but can't keep up distance, and he absolutely loved this club, and I can't blame him. I think this is, and when he came in and said he's looking for just a little more distance in a better players club, I said you got to try this thing, and he agreed. He loved it.
And we did some robot testing with him alone, right? So we saw that he went from the TW blade to this, and he got those performance gains out of the toe and the heel strike.
Yep.
So here it's not showing that because we're looking at a better player's toe heel strike in that situation.
Right.
This is really showing up as. You shouldn't be playing this if you're over what handicap do you think?
I would say 12 or so. Probably single-digit handicaps for this one, to be honest with you, because it's so easy to transfer just to the next one, which is the 790. Which gives you more forgiving. It's not that much different looking, but it certainly fits those players better. So I would say single-digit handicaps for this.
I agree. I think it's down that road. It's basically someone who's maybe trying to transition out of a blade. It's not really like a game improvement club by any stretch, but
but it does give you some help. That's for sure.
It gives you a little more help than a blade does.
And much more than even just most of the forged cavity back stuff.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good example.
It's one step above that for sure.
Yeah,
so it's right between the kind of game improvement players clubs, to the forged clubs.
Yeah, awesome, great analogy. Thanks, Mark.
Yep.